Well, here you go, everyone. Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all had an awesome week yet again this week, ladies and gentlemen, as I always say. Hope you're able to find some awesome cards for your collections this week, everyone. Hope you had an awesome weekend. Hope everyone had an awesome Thanksgiving as well to you guys and girls in America as well. Hope you didn't eat too much. Well, this is my finds for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Got swap meet finds, got eBay stuff got this week finally, which is really cool. Lots of awesome cars there, but just start off with a couple of cars here got at the shop. Managed to pick up this old Chevy Silverado. Really cool, or Chevy Silverado if you know what I mean. Really cool. Glad to find that one because as soon as I saw it on the internet, I thought, gotta find that one, and thank goodness we got the new Matchboxes here in Australia. Really cool, really well detailed as well. Love the old Chevy trucks, of course. And the old Chevelle on busted up card, which is good. Now I can rip her open and do a custom someday. Really nice in the white and the blue, and love the old bow tie there on the side. And was surprised to find out that this was actually a GMC truck after looking at it for many months, if not years now. Going, oh yeah, that's an International or something, but had to look at it closer to see it was actually a GMC, and I thought, well, once that goes on special at Coles, because Coles pretty much had these everywhere, everyone else doesn't put them on sale. I thought once Coles puts it on special, I'll get it. Coles is a supermarket over here in Australia, everyone, if everyone's a bit unsure what Coles is. So finally was able to grab it for a really good price. So probably nothing to ooh-ah about there, but those are the stuff I found at the shops this week. Now we get to the stuff I found off eBay. Some really cool stuff. Might start with the loose stuff first. The old Scorchers Camaro. Finally grabbed one of those. Got a few Scorchers in the collection now, but really glad to get the old Chevy stuff, of course. And I believe there's a 55 Chevy hanging around. I think there's so many of the Scorchers, I didn't realise how many were actually produced. And I'm surprised I didn't have this one in the collection already, everyone. The old Monte Carlo Stocker in the lemon yellow. Got this for absolute steal in my opinion. Probably put her over with my carded one just right up there. She's right there. That's where most of my Monte Carlo Stockers sit, so I'll probably put her there, which is really good. I got really good, got the normal yellow ones in the collection, but somehow couldn't really tell the difference of the colours, but finally was able to track one down, which is really cool. Got the old Lola here in the Redline. Beautiful car. One of the old Can-Am cars from back in the day, and I don't think you want my hair in the video. Really cool. I believe most of them, I think this particular Lola, I think it's the GT70, yep, was powered by a Ford engine, but I think maybe later on, I think Mark Donohue actually drove one. I think that was Chev powered. So really cool race car regardless anyway. I actually found out during the week that Toyota are actually going to do a Can-Am car, what they were going to do in the racing, but I think one of the drivers got killed in a well, he died in an accident during testing, that's what I should say, and Toyota didn't go through with it, but the car was actually a pretty cool looking car, might I say. I have to admit, I'm not the biggest Toyota fan in the world, but that one looked pretty cool. Like the old cars always seem to have that really big spark. I hope that was some good motorsport history there for you, everyone, if you know what I'm talking about. So really cool Lola. Love the Lolas. Really nice looking car as well. Had to research it a little bit as well before I made the purchase, because I wanted to know a little bit more about the Lolas, because I do love my Can-Am stuff. Matchbox made a Macau Camaro. Didn't have that one. Really mint condition. Finally was able to get the maroon buy away, man. Thank goodness for that. Got the carded version already, but didn't have a loose one. You always seem to find loose stuff before you find carded, but somehow I got the carded before the loose, if that makes sense. So that one's really cool. And the old Choppin' Chariot, one of my most favourite Rrrumblers. Had to grab that as well. Love the old Choppin' Chariot. Really nice looking as well. Been one of the ones I've been after for quite a while now as well, and I know Dad made certain we got it for the collection. He goes, make sure you get that one. That one's a really cool looking one. Always love the Rrrumblers as well. Love collecting them. And just some carded stuff as well. old Radar Ranger and the Oshkosh cement mixer. Really cool. Two models I remember greatly from when I was a kid. The old Pontiac Firebird. Old Smokey and the Bandit, but not Smokey and the Bandit colours this time. Old Hotbird. I think it's funny though, the old 37's cast into the base there. I think that's quite unusual. I seem to find that now and again on some of the older Hot Wheels. They got numbers but don't coincide with the car at all, which is pretty funny indeed. And also another one of these Power Players on card, but it's a different blister variation. The one I have, I think, smooth on the side of the blisters, whereas this one's corrugated, which I thought was pretty cool. Cool little variation, because I do like my variations, but obviously that might have been done to maybe strengthen the side of the package for the big heavier models, because I have seen the corrugated sides on many other old Hot Wheels, well, many of the bigger Hot Wheels as well. Another variation here, the old Chevy Stockers, different cards, which is really cool. Finally glad to grab two of them carded, which is really nice. Always love the Chevy Stockers, and always got the Mighty number 3 on the side, probably to represent the Mighty Dale Earnhardt. Another reason why I love the car. And I think the back's a bit of a variation as well. The collector's handbook offer's not on it. And last two from eBay, the old Pontiac Firebirds. The old Firebird Racers, what Matchbox did. Really, really cool looking cars. One of, well, two different colour variations from the Superfast series. Got the old Escort and BMW Cabriolet, even though the BMW one looks like a truck. Really, really cool. And the Mighty Corvette as well. Really cool ones in that set as well. Wouldn't mind trying to find some of them. Really, really nice colours of the old Matchboxes. I think they were from the 90s as well, because I think it's got 1990 written on the back, so it might be 91. Now we get to the swap meet finds. Went with Dad. Excuse me, had lots of fun, picked up lots and lots of cool vintage Hot Wheels and that, so let's get started. And Matchbox and Tamika, can't forget those two out. We'll start off with the old Matchbox. Got this off one of my mates, let it go for a really decent price, really, really good. Always get great deals off him. The old mighty Chevy Stocker, finally got one with its original box, and the model's not too bad itself as well, so that one's really, really cool. Finally got one of these Captain Scarlet SPV vehicles. Been after one for so long, and finally got one today for a really, really awesome price. Really cheap indeed. I've seen a lot of them around the probably a little bit worse condition than this, maybe for around $30, $40 or $50. Got that for way under that, so everything's still pretty much there. The caterpillars are on, well, the tracks are still on the back, and yeah, it's pretty, not too bad shape in my opinion. I think the only thing really wrong with it is it's missing the missile, and I think the hatch at the front, and just got to work out how that door comes open, because, well, you pop it like that, but I think it's sort of stuck in there, so we're going to have to work that out. So that was a really awesome find. I know Dad and I have been after that for so long. Speaking of Dad picked up a little motorbike here, a little Triumph, one of the old Lesnies, really cool, love that. Just some few loose cars here and there, just Hot Wheel Camaro, really nice. And the old Chevy Silverado, probably do a wheel swap on them. Pretty hard to find Son of Gone. Got, I believe that came on the extras card back in the day. Got that on card surprisingly, and I think that pops off, and that's why it was called an extra. So that one was pretty cool to find loose, and in my opinion they're quite hard and desirable. Well, quite hard to find and most desirable to have, because who doesn't like Volkswagen buses? I know I love them to bits, and just ask Dad all about it. He loves these Volkswagens. Stutz Blackhawk, beautiful American car, really, really cool indeed. And some Tamikas. Haven't picked up them for a little while. Got the Tyrrell, very dominant race car until it got banned from, I believe, the Formula 1 it was in. Really cool looking car. Really, really nice indeed. And one of the greatest probably rally cars of all time, the Lancia, and it is the Lancia Stratos. Beautiful, beautiful car. I believe she won 3 world titles back in the 70s in the WRC. Really, really nice car. Probably, I have to admit, my favourite rally car, and one of my favourite car manufacturers as well, Lancia. Such beautiful cars they make. I think they got something to do with Ferrari as well, so Really, really cool. Love the aerodynamics on that. You know that's going to go pretty quick. I don't know how the rally drivers do it, driving through the woods at probably over 100 mile an hour, which is really cool. Love the rallying. Wish they put it on TV more over here in Australia. Got a Matchbox case as well. That one's really cool. I know I'm always in desperate need of cases, so I think that one's a 48, so I've probably got 48 cars to put in that already. Great, now I need another case. Got a Camaro here, really cool. Old Matchbox Specials one, I think from maybe the 90s or 80s, I'm not really sure. I know I've got a, I think it's a Chevy Nova or a Chevelle. It's still in its packet, but I think it was a pullback one. Sort of the same styling to that, but I think they sort of came out around the 80s. Sorry everyone, I'm bad speech. Really cool. Love the Camaros, of course, and the almighty Redlines in that. Got a lot off this one guy who let him go for real cheap. Got some revers here. Definitely needed the colour variation of, I think it's the Hall and Hearse. I think I just need the light green one and that's it. I got all the colour variations for that. Not sure about these two though, but still grabbed them. They were that cheap. The old moving van or truck or whatever you want to call it. I think it was called the moving van. I think there's a variation between the doors as well. I'm not really too sure. I've seen on eBay a few people say, oh, door variation colour or something like that. But anyway, the Exploder, the old AMX, finally worked out how this latch works. It opens up and you can see the engine in there finally. Worked that out. Always, because Dad pointed it out, oh, does that mean it opens? And I thought I probably can't because I never knew it opened. But what do you know, Dad found out something new I didn't even know. So, really cool. Old 1973 with the enamel blue. Enamel red. This is enamel light blue. The old Porsche 917. Good example of what the capped wheel was like back in the day. That was the second part to it. And the other part is missing, unfortunately. And the other part was pretty much the front of the wheel with a red line on it. And the wheel on the front's pretty much what the wheels are today on the Hot Wheels, just all one piece. I thought that was pretty cool. I love these old Porsche 917 race cars. Beautiful, beautiful Can-Am car. Old red Mustang there. I think I've got the red interior variation, so it's good to pick up a different colour of interior, and unfortunately missing the bonnet, but I guess that's what you expect with a lot of the older Redlines with moving parts. They're always missing bonnets and that. Old Corvette, glad to get that. Don't think I've got it in Aqua. And I think probably my favourite find for the day had to be the Zip Code, the old Rrrumbler from back in the 70s. Been one I've been after for years and years now, and my mate actually bought the Chevy stock off. He's right into the Rumblers and that with his brother. They both really know a lot about them. They probably know a lot more about it than me, which is really cool. And his brother had a spare, and I asked if I could buy it, and they go, yeah, sure. Worked out a price, and I reckon I got it for a really, really decent price. Been one I've always been after. It's just so unusual. I love how it's encased like that, really aerodynamic. And in my opinion, probably one of the hardest to find as well. So I'm glad to finally add this one to the collection. I know the Praying Mantis one and the Bone Shaker, which is the skull, which they're pretty much the two hardest to find rumblers in my opinion. But glad to tick this one off the list. Finally got it for the collection. I'm really happy with it as well. Really, really nice looking Rrumbler as well. They always did wacky designs back in the day with all those Rumblers and chop cycles and all the stuff they did back then. Really, really cool stuff. Well, that is it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Really hope you enjoyed me jabbering on as I always do during the vid. But thanks for watching, everyone. Really do appreciate it. To all the subscribers, for everyone who tunes in each and every week. Thank you very much, everyone. Really do appreciate it. Well, that's it for me for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Really hope you enjoyed. And remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting. Keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week.